I was going to ask, what's the North and South Carolina? Is that something that is just more specific to you because you spend a lot of time in that part of the country, or is that just there's a hub there that's just there's so much?
I met the owner of a company who had partnered with a property manager where the property manager just happened to own a ton of complexes that way. Similarly, like one of my buddies is in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and he's going to be there forever. It seems like he's already been there for forever, but he spent time before that in Mississippi and before that in Houston. And it's just because the property managers he's partnered with look at him and say, hey, we just bought 4 new properties in XYZ place. We need you to go there and make things happen. And so he drops everything and goes. That's different. Billing structure is different because it has less to do with completed scope and more to do with turnover. If you're working in occupied spaces, nothing you do in that space really matters until it's turned over. Especially if you're doing work like I've done remodeling work where people have had to be tenants have had to relocate and go to different units on the same property to accommodate the work. That means that their vacant units are no longer available to renters, and the units that are vacant, you're now working in. So the faster you make that property available to them, the greater reward typically. But until you look at them and say, here's the keys, we're done with it, they're not going to pay you a dime. The only exception to that I've seen is when we had that winter storm in 2021. That was very different because it was disaster everywhere. And we were working in every single unit on every single property. That was a different circumstance altogether. So of course, rules were broken.
That sent Texas and much of the South into a tailspin.
Definitely.
Because homes are just not designed for that.
Well, no, of course not. There's some things we could do better. But no, as far as multifamily work goes, it's about being able to build a relationship with someone and demonstrate value to them. And to demonstrate value, you need to be able to understand what it is that they need. So it's service oriented. You're not going to run into like super high-end craftsmanship because that gets sacrificed for really high quality service.